In the future, you will see that all the models will be running on the devices. When I say devices, it means it could be your mobile phone, your tablet, your smart TV, edge devices, IoT devices, you name it, it will have a large language model running there. And that large language model will be of multimodal. So it means that it could be dealing with text, images, video, and audio. In this video, I will be showing you how you can run a large language models on your device. We also call it on-device LLM. You can run vision language models on device and you can run text model on device. I will be using Qualcomm's AI Hub for this matter. There are few other companies which are also providing the similar sort of service, but I have found out that Qualcomm service is not only free for developers, but also you will actually be deploying it on the device, which will be in our case Samsung Galaxy. So by using this AI Hub and their SDK, you can deploy the models on most of the Android devices. Of course, it doesn't work with the Apple devices because that is so closed source. And that is the blessing we have these Android devices. In this video, we will be actually deploying it on the on device on our Samsung Galaxy provisioned by this Qualcomm's AI Hub. The process which is normally involved in deploying a large language model on device is this. First, you upload your model, your actual model. That could be YOLO, that could be Llama, or there are few others which it supports at the moment, and that list is growing. You can check out that list here on their Hugging Face page of Qualcomm. So if you scroll down here, you will see that they have Llama 2, GAN, WIT, and then there are few others, YOLO and stuff. We will be playing around with YOLO. That's the smallest one. That is why I have picked it, but you can pick any if you want to play around with it. So this Hugging Face page contains the list of the model which it supports at the moment. You upload that model first, the full model I mean, for example Llama to 7 billion. Then it is auto optimized for the target device by the Qualcomm's AI Hub, and I will show you how. It's very simple. Then we validate its performance, and if we are happy, we deploy it on our device. And that device could be a drone, a smart camera, your smart TV, or whatever, your phone, your tablet, watch, or you name it. Any device which is smart, you can deploy the model there which supports it. Okay, now first thing you would need to do is to go to Qualcomm's website. On the top right, sign up with your email account. Once you sign up, you'll be presented with this screen. Here, after verifying your email and giving the code which will be in your email, all free. You don't have to pay anything, even you don't have to register with any credit card. So really hats off to Qualcomm for that thing. Just click on this Qualcomm developer network and then you will be taken to their developer network, and I will shortly show you when we start the demo. We will install it everything from the scratch and then we will go from there, and I will be doing it everything local. The VM and the GPU which I will be using for this is very graciously and generously sponsored by our good friends at Massed Compute. If you're looking to rent a GPU on cheap prices but of high quality, then I would highly recommend Massed Compute. I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Plus, I will also be putting a coupon code which will give you further 50% discount on their GPUs. I will be using an NVIDIA RTX A6000 GPU. You can have the same with 50% more discount. So please do check them out if you want to play along with this video, because one thing with these on-device model, when we are compiling them, converting them, because you have to compile the actual model to the model format which is supported by the mobile devices. That is called as compiling the model at very high level. You would need at least 40 GB of VRAM. You cannot do it on anything less than that. But if you are using this Massed Compute's A6000, that provides you 48 GB of VRAM, that is plenty. So that is why I highly recommend them. Okay, so having said that, now let me take you to my system where I'm running Ubuntu 22.04, and Let me show you my NVIDIA card, proudly given by Massed Compute. Thanks again. So you see both of these stuff are there. Let me clear the screen, and then I will highly suggest that you have an Anaconda install, which keeps everything nice, simple, and separate. Now let me clear the screen. So if you haven't already, I would suggest you to create a Conda environment, and creating a Conda environment is very simple, and this is what you should create. I'm just calling it on device LLM, and make sure that you use Python 3.10 or Python 3.89, but I would say that go with Python 3.10. Don't go anything above or lower. This is the ideal one in my experiments. I have found it quite stable. Okay, so I already have it on device LLM, so I'm just going to activate that environment just to save time, and you see that that appears in the parenthesis on the left. That is done. Now next thing we need to do, we need to install a lot of prerequisites. So let me install the torch, transformers, Hugging Face Hub, because the model is on the Hugging Face. You see I'm installing PyTorch, transformer, IPWidget, psutil, Hugging Face Hub below, because we would need to log into Hugging Face, so that is why I need this. So let me install all of this stuff here. Shouldn't take too long. Let's wait for it to finish. Almost there. All the prerequisites are done. Let me clear the screen, and now let's install the Qualcomm AI Hub, and I will be using YOLO 7, so that is why I have just also installed that one. If you see, let me take you to at the top. So there you go. It should be done any minute. That's done. Okay, so all the prerequisites are now done here. Next thing we need to do, we need to log into Hugging Face, because that is where we are downloading the model. Just use this command Hugging Face -CLI login, and then it is asking me the Hugging Face token ID. For that, let me quickly show you where you can get it. Let's go back to the browser. Let me quickly go to Hugging Face. On the top right, just click here. Then on settings, after logging into Hugging Face, of course, on the left hand side, click on access tokens, and then just click on new token, generate a read token, and grab it. I already have grabbed it. So let me go back to my terminal, put my Hugging Face token here, press Y, and there you see login is successful. Let's clear the screen. And next up, you would need to log into Qualcomm AI Hub. So once you sign up and log in there, you will be presented with that token. So it's free, don't worry about it. And then run this command. QAI-hub space configure space AI API token, and then put your token after it. I'm not going to put it here. I'm just going to um, stop the video here. I'll put the token, clear the screen, and come back. The token is saved. I'm logged into both Hugging Face and then QA AI-hub. If you want to see that, just run QA AI-hub less devices, and these are the mobile phones it supports. So you see it's a huge list. It's Google Pixel, lot of models of Google, Samsung Galaxy, tablet, Note, and then if I scroll down, you will see it has Galaxy's lot of version, S22 Ultra, S21, S24, Xiaomi, even Google Pixel phones, and then some these ones, again S23. So a lot of phones are there, all of them of course Android compatible. So these are the devices it support. Don't worry, you don't have to have these phones. We will provision this mobile phone at Qualcomm's AI Hub, and that is another beauty of it. So let me launch my Python interpreter, and then we will see how can we convert first this model YOLO I'm using, and then we will go from there. So let's as usual import some of the libraries which are needed. So I'm also importing the YOLO v7 model from the models of Qualcomm's Hub. That is done, and we'll be using their own image. Let's load the pre-trained model, the YOLO 7 model from Hugging Face. Shouldn't take too long. That is done. And now let's get a PyTorch application. It's a sample application from the Qualcomm. You can have your own application doing something, but let's go with their own application. It is based on YOLO version 7. And let's get the image we will be using with this model. So this is the image which they have shown us. You can check it out at this URL. You can use your own image if you have your own app. That is done. And now let's perform the prediction on this image. Prediction is done, and then you can simply use it to show it. When you run the show, it is going to uh, run the tensors on it. So if I just simply do spread underscore image, it is going to show me the tensors. Okay, now this is all running on our PyTorch on our local GPU. This is not running on device. Now I will show you how you can run it on device. So if you're building an application, test it like this, and then when you want to port it to device, let me show you how you can convert this whole model to the device. Now let me clear the screen. And in order to clear the screen, all I'm doing it, I'm just using this lambda function. So that is done. And now we are going to run this on our mobile phone. So let's first import it. That is done. And after that, let's again, just for the completion, let's get that YOLO 7 model again. That is done. Let's evaluate the model just to make sure model is fine. It is going to show us all the layers of the model, that these are the convolutional layer. Lot of stuff is there. I'm not going to go into the detail. Let me clear the screen. Okay, next up, let's trace this model by giving it an input. These are just a sample input I'm giving it. That is done. And now let's convert that torch model which we created. There you go. So it is just using it. It is just a PyTorch model, and we are converting those tensors which I showed you earlier. And now let's select the device. Now here I am selecting the device Samsung Galaxy S23. You can select any device you like. And now let's compile the model for this device. So all I'm doing it, I am providing the model YOLO 7. I'm providing it the device Samsung Galaxy S23, and the input is simply the specs which we have defined above. You see it is uploading the model. Now let me quickly grab this link, and I should have pressed Control C. Let me quickly show you at the browser what this looks like. Let me open it in the browser, and this is the Qualcomm's AI Hub. There you go. You see it's a YOLO V7. Maybe I'll make it a bit bigger so that you're able to see it. It's a YOLO V7. I just created it with my email. This is a Samsung Galaxy S23, and this is a device. It can also run on the Snapdragon card. And these are the inputs specs. That it is running the backend engine of TensorFlow Lite, not on an O and an X or anything else. This is my stuff, and this is the target model. This is what it is going to create, and there will be some more compilation log and stuff. Okay, let's go back to our terminal and carry on our foray into it. So we have compiled the model, and we saw that model is there. Now let's specify our target model which will be running on the device. That is done. Let's also create a profiling job so that we know what is the performance of the model. This is all again will be running on their hub. That is done. So this is a slightly different one. Let me also quickly show you this, and then let me first quickly open it, and then I will show you that thing. So this is what this looks like. This is information. You see it is provisioning devices in progress. It just takes a bit of a time, but it will be done very soon. You see here. Okay, let's go back to our terminal. This is our terminal. Okay, now that's done. So once device is done, it is, let's specify our input data, and then we will do the inference on the cloud hosted device, which is a AI hub hosted device. So I'm just giving the input, and then let's get the inference job there. You see I'm just giving it my target model, It is uploading the data set and it has scheduled it there. Now once it is scheduled, you can just get the inference jobs output data. There you go. You see it is provisioning the device, our Galaxy S23. Sometimes depending on the load on the AI hub, it can take 5 minutes or so, but it is not that uh, prolonged. So it depends on the load at the system at the moment. Anyway, so let's wait for it to finish. And meanwhile, you can also maybe keep an eye on the Hugging Face, sorry, not the Hugging Face, the AI Hubs page, where you can check it out. So let me quickly take you to the browser. Meanwhile, you see the results are ready. So if you go scroll down, it is showing you that this is the inference time and this is the memory usage, and it has used this neural processing units, and all the latest devices have this NPU. And it is also giving you some of the matrices, how much it took time, and then you can check all the profiling data, that runtime analysis, a lot of stuff is there. So just imagine you have built a mobile app with this LLM, you want to profile it, a lot of data is there to check out your application. How good is that? Let's go back to our terminal, and you see devices has been provisioned, data set is there, and of course it will be in the token form. So if I just do this, all the answers are there. How good is that? And then of course you can convert these into the data, embed it in your application, and off you go. So this is how easy it is to perform or convert or run these LLMs on device. And this device could be anything. You just have to select the device from the device which I showed you. So that's it, guys. I will put all of the code which I have used in my blog, and I will drop the link to it in video's description. Play around with it. This is the future. Let me know how you go. If you like the content, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please just pause, share it among your network, as it helps a lot. Thanks for watching.